Hello everyone, today we will be talking about the main ally and villain of Futari wa Percure. Queen is the Queen of Light in the Garden of Light, and Evil King, the main villain and ruler of the Tezuka Zone. Since Queen's information is short, we'll talk about Queen first. The Queen is the ruler of the Garden of Light and is also the one who grants the first generation of Pertty. She is one of the two largest characters in Futari wa Pertty, only rivaled by the Evil King himself. She has stated that she is impressed with the courage and hope of Pertty and aids them when she can. Queen is from the first and second season of the Pertty series, Futari wa and Max Heart. Her age is unknown, but she is most likely ancient. She is female, and her two fellow relatives are Paulin and Lewin, the Prince and Princess of Light. She became Hikari Kojo after being hit in her castle by one of the stray attacks by the Evil King when he was being destroyed by Kier Black and Kier White. Her VA is Kare Montatani, and her English VA is Elizabeth Ludwig. Queen is a large woman, normally found seated on a golden throne. Her eyes are always shut, and she has thickly curled flowing hair. She wears a large crown on her head with a heart and oval ruby gems on the center. In her left hand, she holds a harp. Her pale yellow dress has gold accents and ribbons, and is worn with white gloves and a red and white cape, held with a golden heart. In Futari wa Percure, the Queen rules over the Garden of Light, and Nagasaki and Hanka first meet her when they go to the Garden of Light to return the Prism Stones. Later, she helps them temporarily defeat the Evil King before he is revived by the Dread Seed of Darkness. In the sequel, the Queen vanishes, separating into three parts: the 12 Hardy Trolls, which represent her will, the Queen Karaset, which represents her heart, and Hikari Kojo, who represents her life. Although she and Hikari technically are the same person, they somehow manage to separate from each other at the end of the series, the Queen continuing to rule the Garden of Light, and Hikari staying in the Garden of Rainbows together with Nagasaki and Hanaka. The Queen got her name because she is the holy ruler of light and the Garden of Light. The Evil King, also known as the Dark King in the English dub, is the ruler of the Tezuka Zone in Futari wa Percure. He is the largest character in size in the first season. He was defeated by Percure with the help of the Queen of Light. After being revived by the Seeds of Darkness, he is again defeated. In Futari wa Percure Max Heart, he is joined with Balbazaz, but dies for good when Hikari Kojo is joined with the Queen. The Evil King is from two seasons of Percure, Futari wa Percure and Max Heart. He is male and his eyes are red. He is from the Tezuka Zone. He is the ruler of the Tezuka Zone, and he made his appearance in episode 2. His Japanese VA, Ono Konichi. His English VA is Tom Edwards. The Evil King is described as the most evil existence in the series. He loves destruction and wants to accomplish eternal life, since the power of destruction is killing himself. For his sake, he destroyed the Garden of Light and stole 5 of the 7 Prism Stones. He is impatient and threatens his henchmen when they are not able to steal the 2 remaining Prism Stones. Ingabo, his loyal and strongest henchman at the time, was being beaten by the Percures. The extremely cold-hearted king just killed him for the reason that Ingabo could damage the Prism Stones. Since he sees the power of creation as his rightful property, he cruelly consumes the sufferings of the Seeds of Darkness who betrayed him. In Max Heart, he is primarily absent, with him being mentioned frequently. However, he is shown on screen in the last few episodes. However, he has no speaking role, instead roaring, and does not interact with Circulus, Reganos, and Viblis, or Balbazes. However, he does end up fusing with Balbazes, who then reveals that he is the Evil King's successor and fuses with him. Power of destruction of the Daizuko Zone began to kill the Evil King, so he decided to steal the Prism Stones and to get the power of creation. However, he and his henchmen only stole 5 of the 7 stones, and the 2 remaining stones were sent to Earth. Then he entrusted the Prism Stones to his henchmen, Inkabo, Poisony, Kiria, Gekichadro, and Pizzard, and sent the last one to Earth, who had to steal the 2 Prism Stones, which were protected by Mipple and Mipple. Evil King is the first shown after Pizzard first failure, and he orders Pizzard to steal the last 2 Prism Stones. He threatens him several times, but after Pizzard's final defeat and loss of 1 Prism Stone, Evil King sends Kikadro, who fails like his predecessor too, and another Prism Stone is collected by the Percures. After that, Poisony take those tasks, but Poisony is eventually defeated and Kiria betrays the Evil King, resulting in the loss of 2 more Prism Stones. The Evil King's last Prism Stone, held by Inkabo, is eventually taken by Cure Black and Cure White. Eventually, Inkabo tries to steal 7 Prism Stones back, and is about to hand them over to the Evil King in the Daizuko Zone, but the 2 Cures fight Inkabo, who eventually awakens them. However, Evil King just kills him because he could damage the Prism Stones. The angrier Cures attack the Evil King with Marble Screw, which blocks himself. Unfortunately for him, the Queen supports the girls and gives them a little bit of her power, and the Cures destroy the Evil King's body. Right after his body got destroyed by the Cures, he sends the Seeds of Darkness to Earth. Juna, Regain, and Belzai's Gertrude is born. They are able to resurrect him, but he still needs the Prism Stones, or the power of destruction will kill him. Those henchmen to steal the power of creation from Pollen, but they use the power for themselves and get independent from the Evil King. In the Daizuko Zone, the Seeds of Darkness fuse into a giant and fight on one with the hands with the Evil King, and the other hand with the Percures. While the Cures attack the giant with Rainbow Storm, Evil King consumes the giant and receives the power of creation. He enters the Garden of Rainbows, uses his power to destroy the world, but Cure Black and Cure White fight him back. First, it seems that the Cures do not stand a chance against the Evil King, but then Pollen transfers the power of light to the 2 girls, who overcome the Evil King and eventually kill him with Rainbow Storm. While he's absent for most of the season, the Evil King is still a dividing force for the Daizuko Zone, as they wanted his life to reawaken as their king. Towards the end of the season, Balbazes ultimately became the new Evil King, but was eventually defeated with Extreme Luminaro Max. However, his life, the boy, is separated and is raised by Hikari Koju and Akane Fujiya as Hikari's little brother Hikaru. Hikari Koju, the boy in the mansion, is the king's life in Futari Wild Percure Max Heart. Balbazes is the new Evil King in Futari Wild Percure Max Heart. Fact 1. The Queen is able to teleport herself to places, including the Daizuko Zone, and miniaturize herself to the same size as the Percure, as seen in episode 26. Fact 2. The Evil King is the only main villain who appears in 2 seasons. Fact 3. His older and other main villain silhouettes, Orion, Desperada, the Boss, Mobius, and Doom, are seen in Percure All-Stars DX. Evil King's silhouette represents the Daizuko Zone. Now we have come to the ending of the main ally and villain, Queen and Evil King. Next, we'll talk about Kiria and Poisoning, and then go on to Balbazes as the last part of the major Futari Wild Percure characters. Before heading over to Splash Star, Thank you for watching today's video. Silverchan signing out.